I had a question for Mr. Bridges. It's not commonplace for such a big gap between films in a franchise. What was your reaction when this first came across to you that there was going to be a sequel?
Well, I had heard rumors that there was going to be a sequel to Tron for many years, maybe 20 years. And I kind of gave up on it. And then all of a sudden, this script showed up, and Disney had kind of had it on its back burners, and they were not satisfied with the script, and so they winged it. And I'm so happy they did, because we got a good script, and also they held out to find the right guy to be at the helm. And with Joe, I think they really found a terrific leader, because as he was saying, coming from architecture, it's always interesting where a director comes from, whether he's a writer or an actor, and they have an architect be at the helm of this one. It was terrific. And he had, he was really up to date with all of the modern techniques that we have in special effects and everything. So he was a great leader, and I loved working with him. He's terrific with actors. So, when we got all that package together and they presented it to me, I said, "Oh, this sounds like something I would love to do." And then also, just like the first one, it tickled the kid, to be sucked inside a computer, play with all the new toys that we have available to us, and kind of cutting edge, be involved with some cutting edge. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, the first Tron came out, words like virtual world and internet world, almost unknown to the general public.
Yeah.
And now we almost live more in the virtual world than in the real world with Facebook and social networking. So how are you planning on impressing the public that has probably seen it all when it comes to internet?
That's not going to be a problem. You'll find out pretty soon. The look of Tron is unique. It's one of the strongest things about it. And there is a sense now that it's moved into the next generation that it really is sort of a founding myth for an entire generation. And it's almost like it's been held back. And now, when it came back, you feel all the energy you missed over the last 25 years.
Michael was talking about CGI, but it didn't really CGI.
Oh, yeah,
it was CGI.
We call it CG, and then it became CGI.
The same Michael?
No. It's funny, on the first film, it felt like we were doing 3D. Because we came from a world of 2D filmmaking, 2D animation, and when we did the light cycles and the grid and the world of the first film, it was the first time we realized we were going to have to render this stuff inside the computer in 3D. And I kept thinking, wow, we're doing all this work that people aren't going to see. They're not going to see the other side, which is actually there. So that was the beginning of 3D for me back then.
But it was so funky. I mean, it was we were working with not even black velvet, just black dudes, right? And white adhesive tape. That was what the inside of that world was made. And then it was all shot in 70mm black and white, and then sent to Korea for a bunch of movies they had tint.
Artists will boldly go where no man has gone.
Yeah.
So, hello. After talking about all this technology and perhaps the legacy that Tron will leave us as far as technology, what other legacy will this movie be for this generation of fans, this new generation of fans? Is it another frontier in cyber post-production technology, or is it actually simply something as the message in the movie?
The difference was when we made the first film, all we had to do was dream and about what the technology might do, but we didn't really get involved in what the technology would do. And as time went by, we've now reached the point where Sean and Joe and their generations had to make this real. And technology is all about bringing people together. supposedly. And now there's a sense that technology may have a dark side where it keeps us from connecting with each other. And I think this film examines that problem.
Hi, first, congratulations to you for your Oscar. Let's see, do you have any details on when the original Tron will be released on Blu-ray and what's on it? And do you have anything special planned for the Tron Legacy DVD and Blu-ray?
Sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you. Where are you? I'm having a hard time hearing your question. Sorry. One more time.
Do you know, tell anyone, do you have any details on when the original Tron is going to be released on Blu-ray and what's on it? And do you have anything special planned for the DVD and Blu-ray of Tron Legacy?
Yeah, I think that the original movie, we're certainly looking at doing something special with the original movie. No date has yet been determined. And certainly for Tron Legacy, as far as the DVD and the Blu-ray go, I think we will. There'll be some very cool materials on it, and I also think with we'll be taking a hard look at 3D on that front as well as we get greater penetration of 3D TVs into the home. So certainly we'll try to be as kind of forward leaning as we can when it comes to both of those. And certainly I think you can expect Steven's original film in an exciting format sometime soon.
I believe the musical is coming out before that.
Tron on Ice is also.
It's going to be called the Tron All new.
There was a Tron on Ice. It's been on ice for 25 years.
I have a question for Adam Horowitz and Kisses. The original Tron is known more for its visuals and its story. So when you're writing a screenplay, how do you try to write a script that isn't overpowered by visual effects?
Through fear. And luckily when we're writing, we're doing absolutely no visual effects work. So, for us, we're very lucky because Sean and Joe and Justin and everyone here, it was a very collaborative process. And we come from TV, so we're used to just kind of sitting around a table with a bunch of people saying, hey, wouldn't it be cool if? And we were very lucky that these guys, really were collaborative and worked with us through the whole process. So, my favorite thing is when they were talking about the disc games, and then that day I get a call from Joe, and he says, undulating platforms. And he sends an email with the coolest looking design ever that he just sketched. And that made it easier for us. Right, and everything we did was, the whole team was always focused on character first. It was always starting from the story from a character perspective, a father-son story, and everything kind of grew out of that.